You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long, want you.
Want you all night, 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 want you all night.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Give me all your love, baby, give me all your love.
watch all night.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up. I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road in an endless lane, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it?
Hello, everybody. The timer ran out and I haven't finished yet. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. I am Sally Sparks' Cousins, halfway through fixing up some things on screen, and I've lost my place. All right, let me find the thing. You know what? I'm just going to do it on the fly while we're live. Bear with me 1 second, guys. This is what happens when you leave things to the last minute. Hi. All right. Let's get out of preview mode. Back to live mode. All right. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. I'm Sally Sparks Cousins, the founder of the Sparkle Class Academy, the creator of the Freedom Funnel Formula, and we geek out on all things to do with automation and tech. And we love sexy numbers, and specifically we love helping transformational coaches and people who like to teach people stuff, because at the end of the day, our mission is to transform the lives of 33 million people, and it's not by helping 33 million, it's by helping a very small few in our boutique business that want to go out and help many. So I hope everybody's had a wonderful 2023. We've still got less than a week till Christmas. How's your Christmas shopping go? Let me know in the chat. I hope you're doing all right. We are literally my husband, as always, has done an amazing job at organising his part, and I am way behind, and I have to get the Christmas cards organised today. But today I really wanted to share with you, I guess, what's happened over the last year, and give some updates for the Sparkle World community as well about some new things that are coming and changing in 2024 for the better. As always, we're always iterating our program, improving it and making it better. Now, ever since I started my business back in 2015, I used to do little mini team retreats all by myself. There was only me, and I would work through, well, I left my book inside. I would work through my favorite book called Traction. So Traction is one of the books for management inside of your organization. It uses the system called the Entrepreneurial Operating System, or everyone calls it EOS. And I've used this model to grow my business. Traction wasn't the very first book I read. The very first book from Gino Wickman that I read was actually called Rocket Fuel. And Rocket Fuel talks a lot about how there's a visionary, and every visionary to be successful needs an integrator. And so for years I've been on the hunt for an integrator, and they're not easy to come by. And I'm an integrator myself. I am one of those crazy people who is a visionary and also an integrator. But if you were to choose what I'm better at, it's definitely the visionary role. I don't like getting bogged down in the day-to-day. I like the big ideas, looking at the high-level numbers, high-level strategy, and then delegating, which, to be totally honest with you, was not the easiest thing for me, because I'm actually very good at what I do. I can do all the things. I am a graphic designer. I can video edit. I can track my numbers. I can do copywriting. I understand funnels, automation, and, all the background stuff of running a business. That, not to say that I'm amazing at everything, but I can do it. And I work really fast. If I have an idea, I can smash that idea out really quickly. One of the Sparkle On-Cons that we did was definitely a testament to that, where I had an idea to run an online event, and I did that. And I arranged 55 speakers, multiple Zoom rooms before it was a thing. Okay, this is way before COVID, running multiple Zoom rooms with expert speakers and keynote speakers, and I did it all in 3 weeks. So when I have a crazy idea, I can fly, but, it doesn't make my life any easier. My poor husband and family, my daughter, they miss out on seeing a lot of me. Now, over the years, I've slowly started to get a team. As I said, it wasn't the easiest thing for me. I really struggled to delegate because I feel like I need to know everything that's going on, right? I need to understand it. I need to know it, and I need to know what everybody's doing, because I know how it's supposed to be done. And I felt that I really needed them to also be able to keep up with what it was I was doing. And this has been a huge thing for me. An example is, at the moment, we've moved a piece of software to OnceHub. Now, I can help people with, I think it's called Schedule Once now. I can help people with Acuity with my eyes closed, but with the model in which we use, and one of our philosophies inside the Sparkle World is to build it once and be done. Of course, Acuity, we outgrew. When you want to bring on a sales team, Acuity is not going to help you with that. And, I don't want to be on the phone all the time. Now, Christy's managing OnceHub, or Schedule Once, and honestly, I'm trying really hard not to learn how to use the software because Christy looks after it, and she's trained Joyce how to look after it, and there's no need for me to look after it. So I guess that's been a really hard thing for me, is letting go of the vine, which is a one-liner inside of Traction that I keep coming back to. Let go of the vine, Sally. Trust your team. They're going to catch you. They're going to catch you. So anyway, over the years, as I said, I've been doing Traction and running it by myself. And then I would say in 2018, I started doing it with a team. Now, back then, before I could afford to pay for a team, I did contra deals with team. So there were people inside our community who had been with me for a while, who had become quite good, but also raised their hand and said, Sally, can I help you? And also, I couldn't afford to pay for a team. So we did a contra deal. You get to utilize my program. I will continue to help you grow your program. And then you get to help me by checking my emails. I had people helping me with Xero, little social media posting, and, whatever. But I can tell you that it doesn't always feel good for somebody who always feels like I've got to pay people to feel as though they're valued. That's kind of my love language. If I pay you well or I buy you gifts, that's me sharing love. And it's really hard unless I truly feel that the value I'm giving outweighs what they're doing for me for free. So eventually I bit the bullet and I started hiring, and I'd used a few VA agencies, and I can tell you there are good and there are bad. And I learned a lot about VA agencies and a lot around values and the way in which people treat their VA agencies. And then I started to search for my own VAs online and vet them myself, because the companies that I was using at the time, honestly, they didn't match my values. They don't pay their people well. They definitely didn't treat them well. When I asked them to supply me with somebody who was trained in Kajabi, when I hired them, I found out a few months later the company said, just go watch a YouTube video. So that didn't help at all. So as I've grown, I've realized another thing I've needed to do is to become a better leader. And this was something that, you don't really think about as you start to grow a business. You think, I've got to create a product, I've got to serve, I've got to turn up, and I've got to help the people that pay me. And a huge thing that I've learned is, while I'm still learning and I'm still taking classes on how to be a good leader and show up as a leader. And it really is by delegating and elevating those people within your team. It's allowing them to step up and shine, and also understanding what they're good at and what they're not good at. So I've had some team members, because I'm a big ideas thinker, and I will come up with an idea and say, hey, run with it. What I've realized is just saying run with it is not enough. Some staff members need checklists. They need to know exactly what it is you want them to do. And just telling them without a checklist, a to-do list, and a deadline doesn't work. So I've discovered there's this really fine line between managing and leading. And leading is, like, managing is do this thing, do this, follow this task, complete this thing. Have you done that? Have you done this? Managing is, sort of telling people what to do. Leading is like, here's this amazing thing we're doing. Will you join me in all my crazy? Come on, let's do it together. Right? It's really leading and inspiring the team to be as excited as I am about being part of the Sparkle world, about what we're creating is amazing. So I need to kind of do both. And juggling both leading and managing is really hard. I am a rose-colored glasses girl. Everybody's amazing. I don't like telling people off. I don't like firing people, which I've had to do. And I can tell you, it has been like days of practicing and then getting somebody to come in and support me through that when I knew that that person wasn't a good fit. Now, everybody that eventually I have had to let go, I still stay in contact with most of them, and they've gone on to bigger and better things. And it says inside of Traction as well, sometimes when you let people go, they actually go on to do better things, and they were probably not as happy as well. And I've also discovered that over the years too. Now, our meeting, our team retreat has just happened last week. And normally we do it in January. We get through the break, we have a holiday, but then we spend a lot of time implementing at the end of team retreat, which can be, really hard when everybody's about to start coming back for more assistance. So the wise words of Christy said, let's do it early. So I'm like, okay, Christy, let's do it early. And I have to, first off, take my hat off to Christy because I usually plan, organise and run the team retreat. And we focus a lot on the first section of traction, which is a lot around the VTO. And as a lot of our clients know, the vision, traction, organisational plan. It focuses a lot on vision, but then we do get into some marketing, our 10-year goals, our 3-year goals, our 1-year goals, and then we break it down to quarterly rocks, and then we create scorecards that we're tracking daily and weekly. And we spend a lot of time on vision and mapping out our methodology. Now, over the years, we've really gotten super, super strong in what our method is. We call it a signature method. Some of you might call it your course. At the end of the day, it's the step-by-step process that you take people through. Now, of course, we mold that process through our group coaching and our one-on-one service that we do with people, and then we iterate and improve that method. But we're very solid in what it is we do. We know all of our phases. Phase 1 is vision, which if you don't have a vision, doesn't matter. You're not really going to go anywhere for a long period of time. Step 2 is to, let's see if I can do this without looking, I don't even have it in front of me. Step 2 or phase 2 is to design it. So that's designing what it is that you're selling, your signature method, and also your coaching program. Or we like to break it down into 3 components, which is your program, which is your signature method, your promise, which is the guarantee, what are you going to get them to at the end, and then the package. So what's all the pieces that support the promise and the actual program or the signature method. So that's phase 2. Phase 3 is to build it. So build is all the tech and the marketing. So how are we now going to get new eyeballs onto the thing, the product that you created? And now once you've built all that out, then we move to phase 4, which is fill it. Now this is when we focus in on your particular marketing strategies. There's lots to choose from, but we get you to choose one to focus in on. And then phase 5 is sell it. So the sales strategy, the follow-up, and how in which you can do that by making sure your automation is looking after the stuff that, you don't need to be doing so that you can spend more time in the sales area because those people are the closest to working with you. Then the next stage 7, is to deliver it. So this is where you're delivering your live coaching, your framework, and also some of you building your course live. And some clients like to build their course first and some like to build it live. I try to push for live so you can sell it before you make it. But of course, we're there to support all our clients. Some prefer to build it first. So that's the deliver it phase. And then we move to the scale it phase, which is evergreening. So scale it is where we're taking all the stuff that works and the holy grail of holy grails, which is evergreen. So that's our methodology. That's the SCA way. And within each of those phases, there's particular things that we do, like lots of people can market in different ways, right? Lots of people can sell in different ways and use different strategies. So we share with you the SCA way, but we support you in your way as well. So that's normally what we do for the first day and a half is we're mapping all of that out and aligning it with our marketing strategy. Now, we've done this for years. This year, when Christy took over, all we did on the first day was review the VTO. And I was so surprised when reviewing the VTO. We looked at like our 10-year goals and targets, and we looked at our values, and there was one internal team value. So there is the Sparkle World values that we show you guys, but internally we have team values as well. And there was one team value that we all came to agreement on that needed to be combined with another one, which was supportive. So supportive for us also went into above and beyond, which is also one of our core team values. And we did replace it with, oh my goodness, I can't remember it. The teams in the room, can they remember off the top of their head and type it in? I'm just bringing up our team retreat notes. Team retreat. Let's see if the team's in the room with me. Accountability. Yes, accountability. Of course it was Christy. So we replaced one of the team values with accountability. And the reason for that is because the team themselves need to become more accountable for their roles. So I don't feel that I have to micromanage or follow up every day. What have you done? Did you follow through? So they need to stay accountable to those, their rocks and their scorecards. So that was one big change. Then, the 10-year target, that pretty much stayed the same. Then we moved into the 3-year plan. Now, this is where my mind was blown. I didn't really expect a lot of things to come off of our 3-year plan because it's only been a year, and not even 6 months to a year since we last looked at it 6 months ago. But we ticked off quite a lot of things from the 3-year plan. And I was really taken aback by the amount of things that we had achieved. And some of them sort of kind of by accident must have been manifesting it, which I'm not going to share what exactly a couple of them are because I want to talk to you about them later. It's very exciting news. And then we moved to the 1-year plan and not so good. Funny how we can hit some of these big, bold things for the 3-year plan, but our 1-year plan wasn't great. So we did some reflection, and I think leading up to the team retreat, I was doing a lot of reflection, and a lot has happened in 2023. Now, if we want to blame others, we could blame the economy, inflation, the wars, right? People are scared right now. Should they invest? Here in Australia, $100 US is like $170, something crazy. So it costs so much more for me to run my business than it has in the past as well. Now, I could have done that. I could have sat there and blamed everyone or blamed that staff didn't follow through. And there were some staff that had certain tasks that were started and that they never got to where I expected them to be. So we could then, scale other areas of the business. Now, I'm not blaming them. Bad leadership, bad management. I should have checked in more. I should have made it more clear. Also, I lost my mum, and I'm not going to go on and on because I'm in a very vulnerable state right now around Christmas, and I've cried more in the last week than I have, I think, in the last 10 years. I think I cried more in the last week than I have when my mum passed away. I think it's first Christmas without my mum, and we normally have a big family Christmas, and it's not happening this year. Anyway, I digress. So there was mum, which put me in a weird state after I lost mum, because you see, we've got a nice boutique business with lots of clients who need to be helped. They've signed up for a year, some of them 3 years. And back then, after mum, and I didn't realize what was actually happening, I'm like, I can't take a break. I'm not happy in my business. And I remember standing down the side of the house with my husband, ugly crying, yelling, I've built a monster and I can't get out because I still have all these amazing people to help and I don't want to let anybody down. But I didn't have a passion for it anymore. There are some really hard clients that I worked with, and there are also some clients that ended up, not liking our service and saying some really horrible things about us. And all the small things felt like big things. And I was starting to think of, is there an exit plan? And there wasn't. And I didn't know what to do. Now, I know through that phase, I wasn't marketing. I wasn't trying to get new clients. I was just trying to get by day to day. And every day be marketing, right? We know this. Turning off the power to stop the clock running doesn't stop time. Turning off your marketing, right, to save some money actually has cost us money, because I'm usually got marketing running every single month, all the time. And I just turned everything off. And it definitely affected the bank account. So losing my passion. But then in reflection, also with some loss of money in different areas of the business, bad investments on my behalf, right? Generally, I'm very diligent with what I invest in, but I invested in a few more things than I should have this year. And that, again, reminded me way back when I first started my business about, before I learned the Profit First system, and I stopped tracking my numbers, I was just getting by. And really, when I look back, it fell on me. I'm the owner. I'm the boss. I was the one who really dropped the ball in the later half of 2023. And sure, I lost my mum, and everyone goes through stuff, my best friend. But here's the thing, is eventually I decided to step outside of myself and ask myself the questions of, is the reaction that I'm having right now in alignment with the stuff that's going on? Like even an argument that I had with my husband where we started screaming and yelling and slamming doors. I went and sat outside, and then eventually I'm like, did I react based on the thing we're arguing about and how big I reacted? Was it real? Or was something crazy going on in my brain that I couldn't control? And it was. And eventually I figured out it was mum. It was mum. And a lot of what I've done over this year has been not taking a moment to ask and assess myself internally. I was so busy looking externally at the marketing and the clients and, is the staff doing this? And, oh, well, that didn't work. It must be something else. I'll figure it out later. And then I thought to myself, and if I do stop, and I've had one bad year, if I do quit, how will I feel in 12 months' time? Pretty shit, I reckon. Pretty crap that I didn't try a comeback, that I didn't try to find my passion again. But I cannot continue going the way that I'm going. I can't continue to be doing 12-hour days, weekends. I mean, I love it, but I also realized it was a form of avoidance. It's a form of avoidance of my life. If I'm working, I have a great excuse to not go to the family gatherings, to not sit inside with my family. Oh, there's always something urgent to do. So it was a great reason to just avoid family, avoid the conversations, avoid the tears, avoid sitting around and talking about mum. If I just stayed busy, even though everything was falling down around me, well, it felt like, but I still just was staying busy, and not enjoying any minute of it. But now in reflection, I have built an amazing team. I have. And when we decided to run the team retreat, Christy recommended we bring it forward. And I said, okay. I was just going to run the team retreat like I have for many, many years. But Christy started to map out what we were going to cover. And then she showed it to me and I'm like, you've got to map it back to Traction. And because she is also TAE certified, which means she's a trainer, TAE is training and assessment. It's a certificate that you do to become a teacher. She understands how to do mapping. So she mapped everything back so that we could back up what we were going to do with like a framework, a model, somebody else's framework or model, that is success, right? Why reinvent the wheel? And this is what I do with our clients as well, is as an educator, as somebody who writes training, I understand that when you teach somebody or you do something, it needs to be mapped back as evidence to why this is going to be successful. So we let her roll with it, and I realized she had gone with the chunky, yummy stuff in the middle, the numbers and the planning, which was so good. And she also let us have a lot more thinking time and brainstorming time, where when I run it, I'm like, go, 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 right? Because I'm fast. I'm also a big ideas, big numbers person. And Christy's like, nope, let's be more reasonable. Let's be more attainable. Let's be, at those numbers that we're going to hit. Our 10-year goal can be crazy, but our 1-year goal should be more reasonable. We want to hit it. And I'm like, go for the stars in every single section. So the team turned up and we started team retreat. It was very enjoyable sitting back and being a participant instead of a leader. I still threw Christy a few ideas here and there, but it was so great sitting there and allowing Christy to manage the team retreat. And I also want to say she has realized, and we've spoken about this, that I've got so many other things on the go, and one of which I'm going to tell you about soon, but we've got some new businesses. I've spent a long time growing the Sparkle World, and it should be at the point where I only really need to spend 20% of my time inside the Sparkle World, and then the rest of my time on the big ideas for the new businesses that are up and coming, one in which particular is going to be amazing for the Sparkle World. So this year, I haven't chosen my word, but it's going to be something around delegation, I think, and trusting in my team. Because I need to trust that the team is going to look after you. The team is going to be amazing. The team is going to support you the way I want you to be supported. And I can be more of the visionary. I can be the one that one of the things for the visionary role is, 10 ideas and one of them's good. But that one is the thing that continues to grow the business. And now I've got Christy to tell me off. Nope. That one's no good. We'll do that in 2025. No, that one's in 2026. She's so funny. I love it. So organically, or I'm hoping that Christy's found that love and passion for the Sparkle World that I found in helping you amazing people, because I believe I have found my integrator. And I'm really, really pleased to announce to everybody that we've had a bit of a team shuffle. I've just got goosebumps all over. We've had a bit of a team shuffle. And I want to announce to you that Christy is now sitting in operations manager seat. She is our high-level tech expert, our client success manager, and also the business manager, operations manager, or AKA integrator. That is now Christy's role. And I now sit in visionary, strategist, and teacher. And Christy's been asking me a lot lately when I'm doing things, how much do you enjoy that? How much do you enjoy that? Every time I'm teaching, seriously, I could teach for 12 hours and I wouldn't even know it. As Jackie would say, that's when you're in flow. And I've had the opportunity to, as a visionary, stop and draw things, draw ideas, map things out, actually think about the bigger direction of the business. So I started to put together, and this is where the music stopped really fast, but I started to put together like a list of everybody. So let's go here and just begin with the new structure of the team, and we're going to get to some of the team members on this screen. If you're listening to this on the podcast, I've got little photos on screen where the photos aren't done yet. That's because I was doing it during the countdown music, and we'll just roll with it, right? Imperfect action. So, of course, Mar is on as our podcast manager. Mar had some amazing updates for 2023. One was we more than doubled our downloads. So generally she said that on average they're looking for growth in the podcast at around 15 to 20% every year is what the growth is that we're looking for the podcast. Our podcast grew by, I don't have my drum roll button, 68% this year. We even got nominated, or we made a big list of people who, we didn't approach them, but we made a big list of the top 10, or I think we were number 5 or something, of lifestyle podcasts for women in Australia, which is pretty cool. And Mars' goal for this year is, as we've been sourcing guests for the last couple of years, her goal is now guests are going to start knocking on our door wanting to be on the show. And that's already starting to happen. We've had a few emails and we're vetting people right now to come onto the podcast. She also set some goals for us to pre-batch 20 interview episodes before the end of the quarter. So we're well in advance of our episodes, because our interview episodes actually do one of the best listening rates when we have interview episodes. So she came in with a fabulous report of what went well, what our highest episodes were, and also our growth has been fabulous. And this is through consistency, right? There is a story that you can go and listen to that I did probably around this time last year around the podcast and how many times I tried to get the podcast off the ground. But the amazing Ma does a fabulous job. We get so much feedback from our guests, from the strategies that Ma and I built together, and the automation and the onboarding and the interview stuff that we send out to them and all the assets we give to them. So she does such an amazing job. All right, the next person is Karen. So as we know, Karen is our copywriter. She's still sitting in the copywriting seat. Karen's focus really is on those beautiful words. She doesn't do the strategy of your marketing, but she will look at your copywriting. So your emails, your landing pages, or your blog posts, and she will help you with that. The larger marketing strategy, that higher level strategy, she doesn't do, but that's probably a good thing. She wants to be able to read your copy and understand what you do. If Karen says, I don't get it, that means some people won't get it, right? Remember, writing in marketing is like writing like a 5th grader, right? And she is so good at it. And she used to run her own editing agency, and she is really, really, really good at the words. And she came up with so many amazing ideas throughout the team retreat as well. Karen has been around with us since we did the Canva challenge. And we've got some news about the Canva side of our business as well coming soon, which is making Karen very, very excited. All right, now the next person is, who have I got here? Jackie. So Jackie is still our mindset coach. However, Jackie will be moving to bi-weekly. That doesn't mean that she's not coming in and hanging out and asking questions. And there's a few things that you'll be seeing happening with our experts, but we've put in some even better things in place as well. Jackie and I have a second business together, and that second business is actually where I'm going to be spending most of my time. One of the other 2 businesses that we're starting up. So Jackie and I, we run a Dr. Locum recruiting agency that I've been doing really integrated work, building so much automation in the background. She still does mindset coaching and that as well with other clients and here inside the Sparkle World. But next year she'll be moving to bi-weekly, but she will still have a day where she comes, or a couple of days, because her and I will be working on the business, but still be working inside the VOZ. But Jackie is such an amazing support to our clients. And that being said, how many people still get random messages from Jackie, even though, it's not a session, like she's checking up on you and making sure you're okay? And there are some of our clients that do buy extra sessions. And I can tell you, when they do purchase extra sessions with Jackie, the shift that they make in their business. Like we've seen some major changes with some of our clients and their mindset around business when they're actually working directly with Jackie. So that's our Miss Jackie. And then we have Belle, who she does a Meta, which is all things ads. Instagram and Facebook advertising. She's there to help everyone set up. And Belle and I are talking about, and we'll be talking about some other roles and things potentially for her inside of the Sparkle world. But at this stage, she's still our expert coach. She's always been in every other week, but you can also talk to her in Slack, and she sends looms out to people as well. But Belle will be still looking after all things Meta. Now, I think I'm starting to get to the area where I haven't finished. Not yet. Joyce. So Joyce is, of course, our visuals, our graphics, and our social media. I would say in the last 6 months, the strategies that we've started to implement in our scheduling process is really starting to come ahead leaps and bounds. But also after our team retreat, we spent a day mapping out all of our next launches for 2024, all of the podcast episodes, newsletters, updates, so that Joyce can then take that information and align all of our promotions along with what it is that's hitting social media. So we're constantly sharing lifestyle, educational, and tips. But of course, we've got to get our ask into gear and continuously ask occasionally as well. So by the whole team coming together and mapping out what 2024 looks like in regards to our promotions, our podcast launch day or drop days, that's really going to help Joyce. I'm so proud of our beautiful Joyce. When Joyce came this time last year to work in Australia, I had been planting the seed. Oh, would you like to run your own expert session? And I feel that because we're about to go on break and we're only doing like Tuesdays are the sessions that we're in for our clients, that she's going to miss not running her expert session because she said, can I still run my expert session? She has gone from this little tiny, closed up flower to this blooming, beautiful flower when it comes to educating and teaching people around social media and also around graphic design. I know a lot of our clients jump in for feedback and tips, and she's like, just share the link. And she Joycifies their work. We call it Joycifying. She'll jump in and she will help to fix up your graphics if they're, they don't have that modern look and feel, professional feel. And it does take a particular sort of eye to be able to create amazing graphics, and Joyce definitely has it. So I'm really excited to see what 2024 brings for Joyce, because we are now going to be not going every other week to scheduling. It's really going to be moving, 6 months in advance. We hope to be scheduled out in advance. Everything. That's the goal. Okay. Whew, it's a big goal, but to have 6 months scheduled in advance would be the dream, because then Joyce can be working on other things that she can be fabulous at, going back through and editing content for clients. But social media, that consistency of turning up and being front and forward facing at all times is so important. So having Joyce finally get that far in advance, and a lot of it couldn't be done because all departments had to come together to coordinate, from, the podcast, the sales, the marketing team. All of those teams had to really come together to make this possible for Joyce as well. So I'm so excited that we are already, we know exactly all our launches, everything that's happening through till the end of second quarter this year. Okay, now this is the screen where things start to go a bit funny, because now I was supposed to bring Sarah in here and put her on here because I have some huge news when it comes to Sarah. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that in the right spot. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm going to just click here, make sure. Hang on 1 second, guys. We've got to do from here to here. So, hey, we can do this. We can go like this. And then, of course, Sarah. Wow. Sarah is moving from just after hours success coach to actually the tech expert. Everyone give her a round of applause. She knows she's wanted it. She knows she's good at it. We've always had Christy managing the tech expert sessions. However, Sarah has been with us. She models well. She does exactly the systems and the processes. And so not only will Sarah be the tech expert, Sarah is also going to be helping Christy with the client building now as well. So as we kick off in 2024, the tech expert session will be run by both Sarah and Christy, just in case there are certain higher level tech things that get asked outside of scope, which happens all the time, that Christy will be there to be able to support her. And Sarah is going to come in and actually run the session, and Christy's just there as support. But also the two of them together, they're going to start educating, or she's very good at it. I don't think it's going to take long, but for Sarah to actually do the client builds. This is going to free Christy up for that larger operational manager. Everyone will now be reporting to Christy. Okay, so when things are not getting done or people get stuck, that's Christy's job, is to make sure the ball keeps rolling. And then she reports everything to me as the owner and the visionary. So Sarah is in our tech department now. So excited for Sarah. I can't wait to watch her shine in this area. And then there is Christy's picture, which has not yet been uploaded. Let's see if we can do this one on the fly. We're going to copy Sarah's. We're going to go to this one. We're going to pull in Christy. And there she is onto the screen. There she is. She's going to be like, oh no, my face is so big. Let's pop her down there. I nearly got this done before the countdown hit 0. Almost. All right, let's do. But I've already introduced Christy to you all. And fly in and then grab Christy's role, which is going to edit this text. Let's see if it fits on one line. Not quite. Let's go like that and like that. There we go. Awesome. All right, let's do that roll in again so we can celebrate Christy. And there she is, Christy. Christy is now our operations manager. She will do high-level tech for anything that's outside of scope and for our one-on-one build clients who want things built beyond scope. Also, she still is the customer success or client success person. So she is your success coach. She'll still be touching base with you inside of the Slack channel to make sure that you're hitting your goals and all of those things. And she's also holding me accountable. Yes, don't do that, Sally. Too many things. So that's the new makeup of Team Sparkle. Now, there are a few other people that hang out in the background of Team Sparkle, like our lawyers, our accountants, our bookkeepers, and all of those that you don't see front and forward facing. However, this is the people that you will get to see all the time inside of the Sparkle world. So let me talk to you a little bit more about the expert sessions. So the expert sessions are now bi-weekly. So every expert will actually be coming in every other week at the same time. So just like Bal did and Karen they would alternate weeks. We've now got Joyce and Christy, Sarah, because she's the tech girl, alternating expert sessions. So you might think, oh no, that means I don't get them every week. Ha ha, but please wait, we have better news. Don't worry. So, as you all know, at the second half of this year, we cut the VOZ hours to 4 hours because it was not being utilised. It was a big expense for me to pay staff to be in the room, and hardly anybody was coming into the VOZ. But also when you come into the VOZ, you don't know who's going to be there, right? It could be me, it could be Joyce, it could be Christy, who knows? So now we have a VOZ schedule that will be happening. So Sarah will be in the Voz for they're 3-hour shifts, aren't they, Christy? I think, 3-hour shifts. 3-hour shifts. Okay, so we're going back to the 4 hours a week, 4 days a week, but it's 9 hours a day, and there are 3-hour shifts. So Sarah is from 6 a.m. Melbourne time till 9 a.m. Melbourne time. Christy will be in from 9 a.m. Melbourne time till midday, 12 p.m. Melbourne time, and Joyce will be in from 12 till 3. So you get them more, okay? You can jump in and ask your quick questions, but you know who's going to be in the room. Of course, something might pop up for Christy and one of us have got to jump in, okay? Now, there'll be crossovers. Christy will come in at 9. That doesn't mean Sarah's going to go, okay, bye, I'm out. She's probably going to hang out and do work and be supported and sit in the background, but Christy's there for questions, and if you really need Sarah, you can ask. Same with Joyce. Joyce starts work at 10 o'clock Melbourne time. Her shift in the Voz doesn't start until 12. That being said, she's still got to be in at the Voz at 10 o'clock unless, something's going on, but she's probably got her ears off, right, editing videos. So just know that we now have 9 hours a day, 4 days a week, but also guaranteed people. So if you're specifically wanting tech help, jump in and see Sarah. We also moved it forward to also accommodate for a lot of clients who are like, 8 o'clock Melbourne time is not early enough for me. That's why we now have Sarah coming in at 6 a.m., which makes it more reasonable. Let me have a look here. 6 a.m. on my little clock. It's 2 p.m. Eastern, right? 11 a.m. Pacific. So can't say that we're not trying to help those in the US and Canada, and even in the UK, in London, that's 7 o'clock in the evening. That's still a good time for people in the UK to be able to come in and be helped. And Sarah knows heaps when it comes to everything that we do. She's really in that skill set level around the tech is just below Christy. Christy and I have been doing this for a lot longer, but Sarah picks it up so fast, right? And we can talk those techie words with Sarah. And of course, Christy's there for that high level tech talk as well. And then Joyce, all of your social media help and stuff too. So how does that sound, guys? To all of the VIPs in the room right now, we've made changes for 2024. Sure, there's less expert sessions, but hey, the experts actually have set times now, and the amazing Sarah has stepped up to be inside the Sparkle world. We do what we do, everything is for you, right? Is how can we make your experience better? Also, I need to weigh up our resources, right? How much money we have to support your needs as well. And as you know, when we've needed extra experts, I go and hire them. But then if the expert's not being utilised, like John was turning up and nobody was coming to his sessions, I still kept paying him for about 2 months. And then we're like, you know what, John? Maybe you'll come back next year when somebody needs you again. It's not that he's never coming back. It's just nobody's utilising him. And it's a big expense on the business. I mean, we don't, we pay our experts very, very well. So there's some of the bigger changes that are happening inside of the Sparkle world in regards to the Freedom Funnel Academy. So let me share some other exciting news that I've just been hanging to share that just kind of happened. And I think I manifested it because I kept talking about it all the time with Joyce. It was on our 3-year goal and it happened just before Team Retreat. We're mapping it out. And it'll be launching next year. I'm not giving an exact month, but we're in the startup phase, getting all our ducks in a row, putting our processes in place, training people. But the Sparkle world will have, a VA agency next year. Yay! Woo! So we are so excited that we are actually going to be training up our own virtual assistants. So anybody who is interested in having a virtual assistant that is not just, just go to the company and hire. These virtual assistants will understand the SCA way, the Freedom Funnel formula, will be using the software we help them with, and also will be monitored and trained. We've already come up with the name. It's going to be called Teams, okay, which stands for Trusted, Efficient, and Managed Support. Teams Virtual Assistance Agency. And I'm going and collaborating with Menno. So Menno and I will be growing a VA agency together. We will be taking a wait list. So anybody who is interested in learning more about having your own virtual assistant who will be managed by and can hang out inside of the VOZ and ask questions, and you can run your own team meetings and everything in here, please, I think the easiest way for us to manage this so that we don't lose who's interested is to email hello@teamsparkle.com.au and put your expression of interest in to get your own VA. Now, our VAs aren't just people who fix emails. If you want them to learn certain things, we are going to train them. And not like some companies that say training and then go and tell them to go watch a YouTube video. We're already starting to put together a training bank of things that they need to know. They're learning the way. They will be learning the stages, all the stages that we build for the full customer's life cycle. But depending on whether you want graphic and social or just admin or you want that higher level support, we're going to be sourcing and training up VAs in the systems we use. Plus, if they don't understand something, they can come in and talk to the experts and get help along the way. And you know who the experts are because I just showed them to you. You know that they're trusted experts that are going to be there. So please email hello@teamsparkle.com.au. As we start to map this out, but it will be launched sometime in the new year. That was one of the things that was on my 3-year plan. So we had a Menno, who's one of our clients, who came in, who was in the process of starting a VA agency. And I have literally just laid out to him all my plan. I said, hey, Menno, do you know everything I just went through is everything I had down to do within the next couple of years? If you're going to run with it, shall we go in and do it as partners? And his team's amazing. We get on so well with his team. So why put the extra stress on myself of doing it by myself when I can work with somebody who's been a client and a renewing client year after year, who's kind of stepping into that realm? And his team are super excited to get into that. So there's that joint partnership. Plus, I've got the one with Jackie as well. So that's where I'm going to be spending 80% of my time in the next 12 months is, really I'm going to talk with Menno and his team and give all of our strategies to them to implement and support them. I'll run the marketing side because that's what I'm good at. But then we're going to delegate who does what. Like Ethel, I know, is already starting to put training together. Plus, we have to train the leaders, the CEOs. You all need to know how to delegate properly, how to put in briefs, right? Put in a brief to your VA so that they follow through well. So all of that's coming. I'm so excited. Teams, trusted, efficient, and managed support. I love my acronyms. So I've already sent a request to my husband to hang on, we better not say nothing because I haven't purchased it yet. But it's so exciting, along with the VA agency. So the doctor agency. So with that, totally separate from the Sparkle world. But really, every year I choose something to learn to do well, okay? And you would have heard there was the year of Kajabi and the year of Keep. There was a year of team building when I was in network marketing. Like I went all in. Like what Eric Worre was, my bedfellow. Seriously, I listened to him day, night, morning, even in my dreams. We had the year of Ecamm so that I can do all of this fancy stuff. So And then there was the course creation one where I spent actually 2 years in course creation with Amy Porterfield. This year is actually learning about recruiting agencies. So I've been recruiting in network marketing, but as an integrator inside of an agency, and I'm literally building the technology from the ground up. Because previously the agency was just run through a few spreadsheets and a few manual bits and pieces. I'm like automating as much of that. I showed the team some of the crazy automations I've already built, and I'm like, oh, it's like just a thing of beauty. And other team members, Sarah's like going like this, too big. But that's what I see pictures and lines and squiggly things when it comes to automating. So 2023 for me, my focus is understanding the recruiting agency business model. I know lots of different business models. Product sales, I did very, very well in product sales. Network marketing, extremely well in network marketing. And now in the service-based business where we're an agency for coaches and course creators. But now a recruiting business model, a recruiting agency, which is very different. Lots of paperwork. So I want to automate as much of that. But just sort of understanding the intricate parts. I've even thought, I'd really love to go and work for 6 months in one of those companies just to get a sneak behind the curtain. But lots of training and videos around that recruiting agency side. And I think it's just about networking and making really good friends. And I think the most excited part about that part of my new business model is traveling with Jackie. Yes. So Jackie and I want to travel around to all of the hospitals and introduce ourselves to all of the hospitals and get to know the staff and the people that actually, put people in the job roles, like introduce ourselves and, do an Aussie tour and run luncheons at lots of hospitals and things like that. So, getting to travel with my best business buddy and, maybe potentially dragging the family along every now and then too, will be really good. I'm about to become an empty nester. My daughter's off to uni. Probably another reason why I've been crying a lot this week is the recognition that my girl is going to be heading off to university next year. She'll still be home on weekends. I mean, who's going to cook her food and send her home? Danny. With frozen food. But it's a big change. And Danny and I were really talking about we're entering a new season of our life. And I want this season, I can never give up on, startup businesses, and I love it, and investing in businesses. This year as well, I plan to, I've got 2 businesses, 3 businesses actually that I've invested in for this year. So the third business is, and I'm so excited because Sarah, I'm investing in Puppy Challenges as a business because I love training. You've seen me train my dog and my birds, right? I understand that consistency around training and rewarding, and all of our dogs, even though these 2 bark at the front door, I know it's my fault. I should do better, but they're very good. They come, they sit, they stay, they don't eat until I say okay. I can say OL and they don't eat. They only eat when I say okay. And I've always said to Sarah, our next generation of dogs will be one of those dogs that push the buttons and talk to you. So training of dogs, and I remember writing her program with her. I think it was very easy to write her program. Also, I don't have her experience, but I've also been through 4 generations of dogs in my lifetime. So it was a bit of a no-brainer to invest in Sarah's business as well. And if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they do talk about different things you can do for reoccurring revenue or passive income long-term. Takes a little bit of work at the beginning, but long-term. And investing in businesses is one of those things. So one is working for somebody. You can be an employee. The second one is to run your own business. Another one is investing, right, in stocks, bonds, the stock markets, and real estate. Now, I'm already in a little bit of real estate, so we have some real estate. Last year was my first year starting to invest in businesses. And the more and more I work with Menno, who he does trading, I'm sure I'll be getting into the trading market this year as well, because Menno loves trading and Forex trading, which is actually, out of all the trading is probably the one that I'm the most interested in, because I do watch the change of money and and currencies all the time in this business anyway. So to learn more about Forex trading, but bringing it back to my year of focus for 2024, it's definitely all in on recruiting agency model and delegating and trusting that what I've built since 2015 has legs to stand with the amazing team that you just saw me introduce you to, or you already know who they are. So thank you for letting me share a little bit of my story around what happened during Team Retreat, a bit of the vision that's happening moving forward for 2024, self-reflection on some of the shit I went through and some bad choices that I made through 2023, sorry. I definitely invested in some things that didn't quite go the right way, but I can't dwell on that. You know that I did invest in some Forex that, is just kind of sitting there, and I've lost about 10 grand in that. There are some other things, but no risk, no reward, right? No risk, no reward. And we had to give it a good old crack. But yeah, that's it. 2024, here we come. Next week, there will be a replay of Strategy with Sally, because it is Boxing Day. So it's the day after Christmas here in Australia. Boxing Day is for us, it's family movie day. We always do a movie together. And I think this year our family movie is The Hunger Games. But I'm starting to lean towards Aquaman, because, who doesn't like a bit of Momoa, right? We'll just wait and see. We'll wait and see. I do want to binge all the Hunger Games before Boxing Day as well. All right, turn on your cameras, Sparkle World, those in the VIP room. I would love to hear some key takeaways of what you've heard from what I've shared. Since Sarah's the first one with the camera on, or the only one at the moment with the camera on, I'm going to bring Sarah up. Let me just get the screen set up correctly and find the button. I'm so not. Let's see if I hit this button. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Good. All right, this is the button I need. There she is. All right. I mean, you were part of Team Retreat. What would you like to share about, what you enjoyed about Team Retreat? I guess it's a little different for you than some of the others.
Well, I enjoyed it, like you said, that we actually had time to implement and think about and plan, so that we could share thought out responses to different questions, rather than just going off the cuff and saying, well, this is what I remember, but it's because it happened yesterday. And it gave us a chance to look back over the year and reflect. And I think it made for really, really good planning. And I think next year is going to be amazing.
I know, right? Yeah, we're kind of bringing it back to our roots a little bit next year as well, which I know Karen's going to be really excited about. Yeah, some of the earlier challenges that I ran in the early stages of my business, we're going to retest. And so the first quarter, we're actually running 2 challenges in the first quarter, both different, because we want to test and see how they go. We've actually brought in a third ladder on our program as well, right? We brought in a membership model, which we'll be kicking off next year. So that's pretty exciting as well. Oh my God, there's so many new things to share. Who else is in the room? Anthony's driving. That's okay. He's going to jump on when he gets back to the computer. What about Joyce? I'm bringing up the team, because you guys were in the Team Retreat. What, Joyce, would have been for you that you enjoyed most about Team Retreat? Is she there?
Hi.
Hey!
Hi. So, for for me, I really enjoyed the part wherein we are collaborating in the sense of like giving ideas on how we can be better for next year. And I also like the part that everything is organized, more organized now. Especially Christy's here as well as our new integrator. So I'm really excited about it as well. I'm very happy for you, and I'm really looking forward that you get more time for yourself, Sally. So 2024 for you is self-care, family time, and focusing on other businesses as well. So I'm very proud of you. That's
Aw.
it.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, Christy had to tell me off a few times over the team retreat on day one. I did get up and go to the toilet during our 90-minute brainstorming break, and I've come back and she's like, "You didn't move." I said, "I went to the toilet." On day two, she says, "Sally, leave the computer." So I grabbed my iPad and I went and sat in the grass and I did my notes and had something to eat. So I like that Christy's getting the whip out because I'm a workaholic. I really am. I love what I do. And like I said, I know it's avoidance sometimes of all the feels that I should feel. If I work, I don't have to feel, right? If I work, I can avoid lots of things. But also because I love what I do, it makes it super easy. Christy's just wrote a message. We won't be able to hear her as she's got no daycare at the moment, which means all the kids are at home. So she'll be in privately when we shut down from the live stream. What about Trisha, Jenny? And Anthony's driving right now, but anybody else want to share what they heard with the new changes when it comes to the Sparkle World? Please feel free to unmute.
It sounds really interesting and exciting. Congratulations on all the new positions, everyone. It seems really good. Great for you, Sally. It's the next stage of business, isn't it? When you can hand on a little bit and step back a little bit and delegate a bit more. So brilliant.
Yeah, it's scary.
And you're right. It's been a shit year, and let's reflect on that.
Yeah.
And take the lessons from
That's
it
it.
as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, it sounds great, really exciting, and looking forward to the new VOS structure as well.
Yeah, me too. I can't remember who brought up the structure. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Whoever brought it up, it was a fabulous idea. Christy said it was me. Of course it was. That's why she's in the position she's in the operational management position. She's even moved our team meeting times and everything. I'm like, yep, honey, whatever works, right? And just giving her that opportunity to, like, she's got all the bits of paper and the degrees and everything when it comes to running a business. Like, she's got her bachelor in business and management and all the things. I'm like, well, utilize them. And she's got my financial backing to go out and I it's not easy making those types of decisions, but I want her to be able to use the money that the business has made, go out there and make more money and really thrive in. And she's so good at organizing. She really, really is. That's really her. I think those special projects and the larger organizational stuff, and a goal is to bring SparkleCon back as well this year, and Christy's done a lot of event management stuff in the past too. So, and we would like to hire one more person this year, at least one more person, a sales rep this year. We've been through a few over the years, but yeah, that's one thing we definitely need to get on, so I can get off the earlier sales calls. Like, I can do the larger sales calls, but yeah. So before we go, I'll let you guys know the new structure of the Sparkle World. We're bringing in a membership model next year. So for those people who don't want all the things done for them at the Freedom Funnel Diamond level, there's going to be a lower tier which is all focused on list growth. So if anyone who remembers Canva Made Easy, Personal Branding Made Easy, and List Growth Made Easy, those three programs that we brought out together, and that was when I was working with Amy Porterfield. So we're bringing that back as a launch into a stepping stone so that we can help those lower tiered people who just need to learn the basics of marketing and funnel growth. And then in, say, 6 months to 2 years, depends how fast they learn, they'll be ready for the Freedom Funnel Academy. So, yeah, that's what we're bringing in, that membership model next year. And so if you want to come along and watch a new training that we're running next year, we'll be doing one in February. I believe it's February and March next year. And they're 2 different trainings, all leading to the same outcome, which is the business building program. But the hooks are going to be 2 very, very different types of training, still using the same framework that we teach for running a challenge, which is, how to do the invitation. All of that stuff's still going to be the same. But Business Building Made Easy really is a tiny portion, very small portion of the Freedom Funnel Academy for those who have not yet understood that they need to grow a list. So, yeah, we're going to be, I'm mapping that out early January. Plus, don't forget, Christy will be emailing everybody for VTO. So for everyone who did VTO last year, and if you want to do it again, I would highly recommend that you do it in the group with us, because when you do VTO in the group, and of course there'll be a limit to the amount of people we bring into the VTO, because I will be running your numbers with you. If you remember last year, I helped you break down your rocks and the math behind it and your ad spend and all the sexy numbers. Of course, we're still going to re-look at your vision. Now, you can do VTO inside of the Freedom Funnel Academy, but there is so much said for actually doing the VTO in the room, where you have a strategist in the room with you who will actually take all the murky and clear it up for you and give you exact numbers. And then you will have your scorecard. We all have a scorecard that we have to report in every single week, right? And if you're not doing that, and this is what I will say, is when I got really lazy, we'll call it lazy, a little kind of distracted towards the end of last year, it made a massive impact when I wasn't watching my numbers every week properly, because I was, all up in the air with, I don't know, do I want this? Do I want it? Just the woe me, grief, all the things. My therapist said it usually happens around 6 weeks after death. Your whole world collapses. And I was told to not make any big decisions. I was about to fly off. I was about to get on a plane and go to Malaysia and meet a father I hadn't seen since I was 4 years old. And she's like, no big decisions. Right. Yeah. So anyway, I digress. It's no tears in front of people today. That'll happen tonight. Have a fabulous day, week, end of the year. As I said, Strategy with Sally will be on replay next week. It is the day after Christmas, so everybody, please have an amazing Christmas. Make sure that you take time and be grateful for what you have and those people around you, even though they, some of them may not be with you right now. They've had an impact in your life, and doesn't matter how big or how small your Christmas is, there is somebody in your life that you can be grateful for, that you can pick up the phone, or maybe there is those people that you haven't heard from in a while, and they're always tinkering in the back of your brain, and you're thinking, oh, how are they going? I wonder. I would love you to just pick up your phone and send them a message and just say, hey, you've been on my mind, and see what replies you get, because we get where we're going with the help of others. And we cannot do this alone. And, I know there are other people out there that, have been through some really hard times this year, and, and all the firsts, they definitely are the hardest. I know, like first Christmas without my mum, no. And all the things, my daughter graduating without her being around. But there are other people, right? So have a think. who are those people that you know those people that you might not see for 2, 5 or 10 years, but when you get together, it's like it was just yesterday. Those people, I want you to pick up the phone and just send just some random messages to people and just say, hey, you've been on my mind, and see what replies you get back and let me know. I'm going to do the same thing. Please enjoy your Christmas. Be grateful. You know, gratitude is so important for what you have around you. No matter how hard things may be, there is always something to be grateful for. Have a wonderful Christmas. I don't know if I'll see you before the new year. I probably will. I haven't looked that far ahead. Christy will tell me. But there is a replay on next week. But our actual clients, will be hang out because we've still got to go dark. But please, from me, from the entire Sparkle World, thank you for being part of our 2023 journey. 2024 is going to be amazing, things to come. We've only scratched the surface of the impact that we're going to have on the world because of you and because of your gifts that you're sharing with the world. And I am grateful to you for trusting in us and allowing us to be part of that journey and supporting you in the ways that we can. All right. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Have an absolutely fabulous Christmas, everyone. Mwah. And, you don't have to get an income-producing activity done every day this week. Save that for after Christmas. All right, guys. Bye for now. Oh, where's my little outro? Here it is. Bye, guys.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.